My name is Sergey Srenkov. Let me introduce Publish SDK, a smart publication for any CAD. The Publish SDK provides a convenient way of publishing to PDF. It's filled with rich abilities from simple but effective export feature to powerful API that allow to manipulate with what should be published. The key feature of Publish SDK is that it can be used in any other ODA product to publish to 2D or 3D PDF. In other words, if something can be loaded as a model, it can be published as PDF, DVG, DGN, RVT, IFC, and other. Publishing from OpenCloud is supported as well. This SDK can be used as for publishing any CAD model in a number of ways, as well as standalone product for creation of exciting documentation, demo, and tutorials PDFs from scratch. Here is a real example of IFC model published from ODA multi-format viewer application to 2D and 3D PDF respectively. On the first image, there is a model of some bridge. The second one published in 2D as an image. The last one published in 3D PDF using the Publish API. The Publish SDK consists of 4 parts: 2D PDF export, 3D PDF export, PRC API, and Publish API. PDF export is the most well-known part. You can create a regular PDF file or files with embedded 3D model. Also export to PRC stream using this export feature. Using PRC API, you are able to work with PRC format files. Those files that can be embedded into PDF document, like a 3D view, or saved as standalone files. And finally, Publish API allows to create fully customized PDF documents with your own structure and design. The PDF export feature provides convenient and easy way to integrate PDF publishing into any ODA product. Here is an example of some module loaded into ODA multi-format viewer application. And here, same module shown in PDF generated using different geometry export settings. So, PDF export is a high-level feature that deals with the whole scene. For multifunctional publishing, the SDK provides a powerful yet easy-to-use API. It allows you to create multi-page PDF documents according to your needs with a fully customized structure. The documents you create can contain 3D model views, 2D drawings and their parts, 2D geometry, texts, images, UI controls on page, JavaScript scenarios, and animation. Let's look at some demos illustrating some of these features. Here is an example of complex document. Some BIM model using the Publish API was used and published as a service. This document consists of several pages that contain all basic elements, such as 3D view and images combined on one first page, 2D views on the second and other pages, custom UI controls, 2D projections and sections. Here is a user controls example that can be added to a PDF page. In the lower part of the page, there is a panel with buttons to switch between predefined views, and in the right part of the page, there is a part list where each position can be selected and highlighted in 3D view. Another function that makes the presentation quality of published document even better is animation. There are two main methods to implement animation in the Publish API: using JavaScript scripts and using C++ classes. Also, the Publish SDK example is an example of simple but often used model rotation animation around the Z-axis. Now you can see an example of animation based on IFC model, which you have already seen in the visualized presentation. But here you can see the inside of this model, if you have time before it not united, of course. Let me now introduce the new features in Publish for 3D objects. Until recently, there were types of PRC surfaces for which we didn't implement support for drawing and inputting. At the moment, the SDK allows everyone to convert all PRC format surfaces types to GE. PRC type top of face has the possibility to set the number of the loop that should be drawn as out. Also, This way you can add an implicit loop along the boundaries of surface, which will be outer. Now this functionality works correctly. Previously, ODE could only draw a BREP with a fixed number of triangles, which was determined by the algorithm. Now, it's possible to control number of triangles using surface tolerance and the other parameters in the new tessellation mode. In Publish API, we have added support for ODE view perspective camera,